This podcast is focusing on two items. One, providing enough specific information in note taking and organizing that information. So, this is a sample from Deborah Sampson. Here's the worksite information. Make sure all this is filled out. And then here is information that the student would have gotten from the reading: that she was shot in the leg, that she joined after Yorktown, that some battles were still taking place after Yorktown. No major battles, but there was still some skirmishing and some fighting taking place. So this fictional student, though I have seen similar types of note taking, did bring over this information, important information, but frankly, there's a lot more that the author gave. And here is an example. All this additional information was in the reading. So not only was she shot in the leg, the author told you she was shot with 2 musket balls. She was also hit in the head. The author used the word saber. Here's the word sword. Again, you're using your own words, paraphrasing as often as you can through this process. The author let the reader know that this happened in the summer of 1782, so include that. That's important detail. That's when. The author told you it happened near Tarrytown, New York. Include that. That's where. She could have been discovered. So the Deborah Sampson story is she was a woman who wanted to serve her country, but women weren't allowed to serve as soldiers. But she disguised herself, and she actually fought heroically. And she was actually shot in the thigh and could have been discovered by the doctor. But she actually lied to the doctor, said, I just have a head wound. Doctor fixed the head wound. And then she stole a surgical tool, removed one of the bullets on her own. I mean, this is a woman of courage, I'm just saying. The other one stayed there forever, lifetime of pain. And then she returned to camp after doing surgery on herself to serve. Wow. But the major point here is that the author gave all this information. It's all good information. It's the when, it's the where, it's the why important, it's the what. Include it. These are important details. So if you just put shot in the leg and didn't include all this other important detail, you're not providing enough information. Point 2 has to do with organization. Not all facts are created equal. So let's say we were to bullet this. It's still, everything is kind of in the same, they're all lined up, but the thing is, all of this are subpoints of this event. That's you shot in the leg, correct? I mean, this all goes together. That's the major item, and this is the detail that's explaining it. So indent it. There you go. Now this is much better organization. It's going to be much more understandable to you. Also, taking the time to do this means you have to think a little bit more, which is going to help you understand the information even better. So I'm encouraging students to make sure you're bringing over plenty of specific detail. Get those details out of the reading. That's really going to help you tell this person's story, and then take a little bit of time to organize it. And had this been an actual student's work, there obviously would have been a lot more notes taken from this source. This source is rich with information. Most students, from the first handout that they received, students should be getting close to, if not more, a page of notes from those. You may get fewer notes from some of your subsequent readings, but the reading over the weekend is the longest piece you'll have on your subject, and just loaded with information. I'm going to very briefly show you 3 student examples, and just notice how all the information you're about to see came from a single source, and you want to note on how each of the 3 students organized it. I'm only going to show them briefly, and here they are. This is one example. Again, really good organization. A lot of information taken from that one source. Here's another one. Really good organization. A lot of information taken from one source. Here's another one. Good information taken from one source.